The boy fell from a steep 100-meter cliff and landed on a rocky ledge. Seeing this, his father immediately jumped down to save him, but was stopped by the tribe. After holding a solemn funeral for him, they left the cliff. Yet, to everyone's surprise, Koda wasn't dead. However, his situation on the ledge was extremely dangerous. He shouted loudly for his father, but there was no response. Determined to save himself, he tried to climb up, dragging his injured leg, but the cliff was too steep and he couldn't find any footholds or handholds, nearly falling again. To make matters worse, it started pouring rain, soaking the rock and flooding the area below. Eventually, exhausted and out of strength, Koda slipped and fell off the cliff. When Koda woke up again, he had safely reached the ground, but his leg was broken. Dragging himself with his fractured leg, he made his way to a waterhole. After taking a drink, the boy began tending to his injured ankle. He placed rocks on either side of it, and once secured, forced the bone back into place. Using a stick, he made a makeshift splint. After taking care of the injury, Koda finally reached the top of the cliff, but when he saw the tombstone, he was completely overcome with despair. He collapsed and cried. But to his surprise, at that moment, the pack of wolves in the distance had already set their sights on him. Koda ran for his life, limping as he climbed a tree, but one wolf grabbed onto his shoe. In a panic, he pulled out a knife and stabbed the wolf. As the wolf pack scattered, only one injured wild wolf was left behind. Koda approached cautiously to check on it, but the wolf's pained whines made him hesitate. Koda's heart softened. For safety, he tied the wolf's mouth shut with his belt to prevent it from biting him, then dragged it to the river to clean its wound. After doing all this, he stubbornly carried the injured wolf back to the cave, ignoring his own pain from the broken leg. That night, he rested in the cave with the wolf. The next morning, Koda woke up to find the wolf staring at him. After making some adjustments, he limped outside to gather herbs, then crushed them and applied the mixture to his ankle. However, as Koda tilted his head back to drink some water, the wolf quietly untied the restraint around its mouth and bared its teeth. But instead of being afraid, Koda calmly brought the water closer to the wolf's mouth, offering a sign of goodwill. The wolf seemed to understand and began to relax, drinking deeply from the bowl. The next morning, Koda packed up his things, ready to head home. But as he was about to leave, the wolf refused to give back his scarf. No matter how Koda tried to drive it away, the wolf wouldn't leave. It seemed unwilling to let Koda go. To repay Koda's kindness, the wild wolf followed him all the way. In the days that followed, they hunted and survived together every day. Koda named the wolf Alpha. Koda had thought they would be together forever, but that night, as they were sharing their meal, Alpha encountered its own pack. Though it was incredibly hard to let go, Koda allowed Alpha to join its pack and leave. Without Alpha by his side, the journey ahead became unbearably tough. A heavy snowstorm began, and Koda trudged forward through the thick snow. In a daze, he thought he saw Alpha's figure. Planning to rush over and check, an unexpected incident occurred.